Oh, do you want this
Hello.
view?
Doesn't matter. Hi everybody. I don't know if anybody's out there, but Lessard with Young Living, and decided to do a make and take a few weeks ago, and decided to make it live so you guys can all see it through the internet. So we're going to do two things tonight. The first thing we're going to do is called a baked feta with tomatoes. And it's actually a recipe that was on the Young Living blog site. And the recipe is actually on this feed with Lessard Young Living. Right under here you'll see that I posted the recipe and all the ingredients for this. So we're going to talk about it. I'm joined today with Marsha Reedy. She's going to help me put this together. And so I'm going to move the camera onto her and what she's doing so you can see it, okay? And we're just going to have a conversation like you're in my kitchen, okay? Here we go. You want to talk about what's in it first?
Yeah, first we have to have tomatoes, oregano, basil, feta cheese, and some of the basil and oregano vitality essential oils. First thing we want to do is slice up the tomatoes in half, and then we mix in some oil. You can use your olive oil or canola oil of your choice, some basil and oregano, and also a little pepper and garlic. So we're going to use some garlic in this as well. And you just mix it up. Mix this all up so it's nice and coated. And then what you have is your feta cheese. We already have it in a pan here. It's a block of feta cheese. And you just, oops, there goes the first one.
I got it.
Just pour it over the feta cheese. And that's it. Quick and easy. You stick it in the oven at 350 degrees, and then you bake it for around 15 to 20 minutes, whenever the tomatoes look done. So we're going to stick this in the oven.
I was going to say something while we were recording. Are we still recording?
Yep.
Quantities on the places.
It's on the site, but I'm going to mention them right now. We used for this recipe, we split the whole thing in half. We did half of it in the oven already, as you can see, and it helps to melt the cheese. Is that supposed to be melted more?
No, it actually it says it just gets warm, and
okay.
The tomatoes. I mean, we can stick it in for a few more minutes if you want, but I think that's fine.
Okay. We baked it at 350, and what we did when splitting it in half is we were able to show you all the ingredients put together. But basically, let me give you the ingredients. It's 1 pint of cherry tomatoes. In this particular case, we did 2 pints. We just added more tomatoes. A garlic clove, or if you wanted to use some minced garlic, you can use minced garlic. I like the easy way. That's what I use. Half a teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon of dried basil, 3 tablespoons of virgin olive oil, and 1 8 to 10 ounce block of Greek feta. And what was nice about this feta, it came with actually 2 slices in it. It's already been cut in half for you. So that made this easy for us to split this whole recipe in half. And then you used, after it comes out like this, we are going to scoop out some of the
Oils, the olive oils.
Yeah. Go ahead, you can explain.
Scoop out, yep. Scoop out some of the olive oil. And then we're going to take a drop of the basil oil. Just put 1 drop because we have split it in half. We're going to take 1 drop of the basil oil, and also 1 drop of the oregano oil. Smells good.
Was that one drop? It's not coming out.
Yeah, it did come out. Just mix this all together. And then just pour it back over the tomatoes and cheese. And there you have it. I have some pita bread, which I cut in half or in quarters, a small pita bread, so that you can just take out your cheese and spread it on the bread for a nice hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, there you go. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do an hors d'oeuvre was so that we could be talking about the holidays, because holidays are right around the corner. Wanted something really simple that you can put together really quick when you have company. And I want to talk a little bit about the Vitality oils. Now, Young Living calls them Vitality, so it makes it easier for you to differentiate which ones are the ones made for in the kitchen and using it in the kitchen. So most of all their oils, it's therapeutic grade oil, which means that you're able to ingest it safely in small quantities. But they have made the ones for the kitchen identifying it as Vitality. So if you see Vitality, you know, okay, that's one I can use in my recipes. So they're just making it easy for you to figure it out. Like you might find in their catalog lavender Vitality in one section, and in another section you'll find it where it says regular lavender. They're basically both the same, but they're just helping you out to see which ones are able to be used in the kitchen very readily. I keep a box in my kitchen here that has all my Vitality and kitchen recipe oils in here in a separate box, so it makes it easy for me to just grab for it, you know. So that's it for this part of it. And while we are waiting for the second dish to get done, we are going to go ahead and make a sugar scrub, which is another recipe we found called the perfect sugar scrub in 3 easy steps. So let's move this out of the way. We'll move this out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important that you look at both of the devices because of. Oh, sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to put a timer.
Put it in, but yeah. Oops.
Oh, sorry. Sorry guys, I gotta put the oven on a timer here so we don't overcook the next batch. So the sugar scrub is very, very simple. All you need for this is coconut oil, and you can get this in your regular, you can get this anywhere in any grocery store. So I'm using organic coconut oil. Just calls for 1/4 cup of that and 1/2 cup of sugar. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape this coconut oil. You can heat it in a pot over the stove, but for the sake of time, I'm going to stick it in the microwave real quick because it takes like 1 minute to melt. And that's all you really want. You just want to melt it. Actually, I'm going to do 30 seconds. That's probably going to be enough too. And where's my bowl? All right. So, here's my sugar. Coconut oil is heating up. And I am going to use 2 of my favorite oils for this body scrub. I'm going to use lavender and cedarwood. And together they smell wonderful. So it calls for about 10 drops, so I'm going to do 5 drops of each. There's my coconut oil heated up. Yep, 30 seconds all it took. So, do you think you can turn this down so that they can see me doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wait a minute. Where is
I
it?
can't see it with that. All right, so I'm just
Wait a minute.
blending it right in there with the sugar. Mix it all up.
Oops. I'm not getting him again. Where's
Sorry, we are not technical.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There we are. So I thought this would be a nice idea because this could make for a nice gift for your mother, your sister, your good friend, or even a teacher. Sometimes you have those little teacher gifts and you don't know what to get them. This would be perfect. And it's all natural. So here I'm going to put 5 drops of lavender oil in there.
ID, where am I going here?
Oh, there's a little more than 5. I get carried away sometimes. Okay, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
All right. And as the coconut oil becomes more room temperature, it's going to solidify. And that's it. All you got to do now is put it in this nice little jar.
I was going to say, where's the camera?
You know what?
How do I?
I don't know if I turn that around, if I'd see you or you see me. You know what? I'm going to turn this around. Hold on. Whoop. Maybe if I turn this. Oops. That. There. Does that help if you see me like that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do not eat. But you could. You wouldn't die. Yeah, perfect. So, and like I said, it's going to solidify a little bit more as it cools down. And what I did was I made these wonderful little labels, and I just hand-did this one. Now, these are circle labels, which you can get from Avery. And I moved my stuff around. Here it is. Thank you. Avery sells a whole bunch of different types of templates and, labels. So with this particular label, you can go to avery.com, you punch in this number, and the template will come out. So you can make your design that you want, and you can print them. So very, very easy. I just didn't have time today. I was out doing some other errands today. Otherwise, I would have done that for you. But I just wanted you to know that's a really easy way to make a real professional looking template if you wanted one, or a label rather. So instead, I'm going to do the little handmade job. And this is going to just peel right off and go right on top like that. And that. And you can decorate it with a nice little ribbon if you want, make it really pretty. So,
What also would be nice is one of those little wooden spoons to put with it as a gift.
yes, one of the ideas somebody had was to get a nail scrub.
Oh, yeah.
One of those nail brushes
Nail
and
brush,
stick
yeah.
that in there and tie that on with a ribbon. Isn't that a cute idea? So, that is it. And so I think we've accomplished what we set out to do. And now we are going to indulge in this wonderful feta recipe, and we wish you were here. Next time, we hope you can join us. So for now, have a wonderful day.
All right, that was 5 minutes on the